Alrighty, guys. Welcome. This is your host, ID Jester. Oh, one thing I forgot to do. Almost forgot. I gotta minimize this so I can get to my triple play assistant here. There we go. Gotta push that up there. Alright, yeah, let's get rid of that. What are we doing? Yeah. Here we are. Alright, now we just need to add source. There we go. Alright. Turn it off for a second. Alrighty, guys. Well, welcome, one and all. Thanks for joining me. This is your host, ID Jester. We're playing 2019 season, and we were playing Game of the Day. So each day we're going to pick a game that really looks like something interesting. And we're going to be using Triple Play Baseball. So I've actually put that on hiatus for a couple days as I ordered the extra players. So I had all the players. Because we're going to be playing from Friday, April 5th here. If you look at the schedule. Some really good matchups. Some really good looking things to look at, but what we're going to be looking at is the Toronto Blue Jays. 8-0, perfect season so far, on their way to Cleveland, which is 3-3. So we're going to see if Toronto can go to 9-0. So let's take a look at Toronto really quickly and kind of get you guys caught up on what their seasons look like. They started with the 4-game series in Detroit. They won 13-1, 3-2, 4-3, and 8-3. Then they headed to Baltimore and played Baltimore for 3 games. They won 10-2, 6-4, and 6-4. And then finally at Cleveland, and they won 2-1. So 8-0 to start the season, Toronto Blue Jays. So we are going to simulcast this. We're going to go to Toronto, Cleveland. There we go. And there we go. There is your starting lineups for each of the teams. It's Brito in right field, Hernandez in left, DH is McKinney. Grichuk's in center field, Talese is at first, Drury's at third, Galvis shortstop, Irene is at second, and catcher is Luke Malley. And Trent Thornton pitching for Toronto. For Cleveland, it's Leonis Martin in center field, Nyquin in right, Bowers in left field, Santana in first, Ramirez is the DH. Miller's at second, Kevin Polakic. I forget how to say his name now. He's the catcher. Max Moroff is the third baseman, and Eric Steinmetz is the shortstop. Pitching today for Cleveland, it's Shane Barber. All right, so let's get the things on the way here. There we go. Alrighty. So we're going to be doing manual input there. There we go. So it's going to be, we need to get all of our windows up for you guys now. So we need this one. Yay! And we need, that it? Oh, we need our triple play assistant there. So we're going to have to move that up over there. Alright. So that should be pretty good for you guys. Slide that down a little bit. There we go. Alrighty, so it's going to be black, white, green. Black, white, and green. So Shane Barber, the right-hander, against Brito. Socrates Brito. So we actually been waiting. I wanted to do this game, but he's one of the players that come as the extra pack because he only had 39 at-bats. So we've been waiting to get the extra players. We just got that tonight. So now we have all of the players, so now we can actually play the game. So Socrates Brito against Shane Barber, lefty versus right-hander. And things are on the way here in Cleveland. No, they're not, because first thing we have to do is look at the weather. So this game was 7:10 start. It's on grass. 7:10 grass. So that's going to be April. It's going to be a night game in Cleveland. Oh, Cleveland, where are you? There you are. So let's roll the dice. No wind. 57. Rain. Persistent rain during the game. Roll two dice every half inning. If 0 to 5, the game is called because of rain. Ignore in a dome. Cold. Reduce starter stamina by 4. And the fielder's error range by 6. So it's a cold, rainy day here in Cleveland with no wind. What was the actual temperature? Let's see. 53 degrees. The wind was only 5. It was cloudy and no precipitation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with the actual weather that happened instead of the dice roll. All right. So we're going to go with 53 degrees. So that's going to be normal. And the wind is going to be 5 miles an hour. So no wind. Cloudy and no precipitation. So we won't have to worry about rolling for canceled games, because the last thing we want to do is broadcast a canceled game. That would be like anticlimactic. All right. So here we go. Shane Barber versus Socrates Brito. Only 39 at bats. He got 3 hits. Batted 077. So let's see if he can do something against Shane Barber. Black, white, green. So 805. He is a lefty. 805. And that is in there. Steinreich 3. And the hometown crowd that is here as stand up and ovation as the first man is out on strikes. The actual attendance in this game, for you guys that are interested, was only 12,881 there in Cleveland on April 5th. Probably a little bit cold. Next is Theoscar Hernandez against Shane Barber. He's a righty-righty matchup. 288, 288, and Steinreich 3 again. So Shane Barber throwing some strikes out there, and that brings up Billy McKinnon. And that is a 936 lefty, and he's got him. Steinreich 3, and you don't start a game off better than that. Steinreich 3 strikeouts in a row for Toronto. So maybe their lucky days are over as I start to play them. That makes more sense, right? So Trent Thornton for Toronto. He ended up 6-9, 29 games. He pitched 154 innings. Gave up 156 hits, 24 home runs, 61 walks, 149 strikeouts, a 4.89 ERA. He'll be up against Leonis Martin. Here we go. Let's see if Cleveland can do something against this team. 351 righty. 351, and just like his counterpart, Shane Barber, Thornton starts off with a strikeout against Martin. It's a cold day. Everyone's swinging at anything just to get this game over with. Tyler Naquin's up. And that is 544 against the lefty. 544 is going to be an infield range check. So infield range check. This is a grass. And we have nobody on, so everyone's going to be normal. Naquin is an LP. So let's look at the range play here. In the hole to first. That's Talese. Rowdy Talese at first is average. So average. And let's see. And diving stop by Talese. Better out at first. So diving stop by Talese. And that is going to be a 3-1 as he's got to dive on the ground. Thornton goes over to cover. And a great play by Talese gets Naquin on the out. That brings up Jake Bowers. Jake Bowers for Cleveland. Actual lineups, folks. Actual lineups from this game. And then Toronto. If you're just joining us, the reason we're playing the Toronto-Cleveland game is Toronto is 8-0 after the first 8 games this season. We're going to see if they can continue their hot streak. Here in Cleveland, Jake Bowers, 727 lefty, 727. We got our first hit of the ball game as that is a liner into right field. So Bowers lines that into right, and he'll have a single. So if you look at the hold rating, Trent Thornton is a 3 and -2 to steals. Bowers isn't going anywhere. He has a steal of 0 and a jump of 1, so he will be stuck there until Carlos Santana Carlos is up. Let's see what he can do. He is a switch hitter against Thornton. That is a 161, and that could be trouble. 161 against the righty. And that's a liner into center field. Base hit. Liner into center field. Bowers actually has a speed of 6. Liner into center field. And let's see what happens here. A liner into center field, and he has a 6. The arm is Grichuk, who happens to be up here. He's a -2, so we take him down to a 4. So he's probably going to stop at second on the single. So Santana lines it back up the middle, and that brings up Hanley Ramirez. 2 outs for Cleveland here in the bottom of the first. Bowers at second takes his lead. Santana at first. They're not holding either runner. And he's a 109. And that is more trouble for Thornton. 109. And that is ground ball into center field. Ground ball into center field. And that is going to be, how many? There is 2 outs. So, right, I got to remember there is 2 outs. So Bauer, again. Bauer, where are you, Bauer? Right here you are, Jake Bowers. Speed of 6, +2 because of 2 outs. Takes him up to an 8. But Grichuk is a -2, so take him to 6. We're going to see. He's headed home. Run trying for third. Hit and run at +5. 3. Ignore. 2 outs +2. Right. Here we go. He's safe. Now we're going to see if the runners can advance on the throw. Other runners may attempt to advance, cannot advance past third on the throw home. So Bowers is safe on the throw. Santana on first. He's going to, let's see, what is his run rating? He's a 6. We're just going to give him the advance. So everyone's going to move up a base on the single and the throw home. And Cleveland takes a 1-0 lead on the RBI single by Hanley Ramirez. That brings up Brad Miller, who gets traded to Philadelphia later on in the season. Brad Miller, runners at the corners. 2 outs here as Thornton trying to get out of this first inning. 4-7-8, and he should do it. 4-7-8, and that's an easy fly ball to center field. So that's going to do it for the first inning, and Cleveland has a 1-0 lead here. And Shane Bieber with 3 strikeouts so far in the game, and he'll be up against Randall Grichuk. Randall, let's see what Randall can do here. 571, he is a righty, 571. And that's an easy fly ball out to center field. Leonis Martin will make the catch for the out. That will bring up Rowdy Tellez, the lefty. 324, strike out. Another strikeout as Shane Barber just throwing darts out there. 2 outs. I'm sorry, 1 out. That brings up Brandon Drury. That is a 0-31, so a 31 is going to be an error check. Error check, let's see who it's on. Error check. First base, that's Santana. Santana. At first base, error of 11. Error of 11. And it is, oh no! E2. Batter reaches second on a 2-base error. Runners advance 2 bases. And Santana boots that one. Oh, nilly. Oh, nilly. So, 2-base error. E+ on the first baseman. And that's going to put runners in scoring position for Freddie Galvis, who goes to Cincinnati later because he's got a Cincinnati card. So Toronto trying to come right back here in the top of the second. Shane Barber trying to change that. That is a 0-36, and that is going to be another error check. So we're going to go right back to an error check. And this time it's in the left fielder, and that is Shane Bowers. Maybe. Where is he? Jake Bowers, right. Left field. He is, it's an error check, sorry. Error 16. Oh, he's pretty solid out there. 16. So 1 to 20 is your error ratings. 1's the worst, 20's the best. He's pretty good. And oh my gosh, a 3-base error. Holy cow! 2 errors in the inning so far, and that is going to be. I don't even think we can do a 3-base error. Holy cow! Error. And that's the left fielder, and he will be safe at third. Basic logic error. He will go home. He will be safe at home, safe at home. There we go. So 3-base error, and Cleveland is given a 2-base error and a 3-base error here in cold Cleveland on April 5th. And Toronto comes right back and takes a 2-1 lead. And it's Richard Urania for Toronto. Shane Barber can't believe his luck here. He's been striking everyone out. 803 against the lefty. 803. And that will be a strikeout. So a big strikeout there. And that brings up Luke Malley. Runner still at third, 90 feet away. Takes his lead down the line. Barber gets a sign from Plawecki. Here comes the throw. 53, and oh no, Barber just rolls his eyes to the sky as that is another error check. This one is going to center field. Leonis Martin, he has got a 17. Again, solid, but it is cold outside, remember. It is cold, so there is going to be an adjustment on that. And EF, batter out. So EF stands for easy fly. So easy fly ball, center field. They'll make the catch. And that will retire the side, but that is 2 runs on 1 hit and 2 errors. We go to the bottom of the seconds. 2-1 Toronto. And Kevin Plawecki is up for Cleveland. Thornton hoping his defense doesn't falter. 6-6-6 against the right-hander. And that is going to be ground ball into center field. Back up the middle. Thornton can't get to it. And that is going to be a solid single. Plawecki, 0 steal, 1 jump. Again, not going anywhere. Max Moroff for Cleveland. Max Moroff. And Trent Thornton, here comes the pitch. It's a 5-18. 5-18. He is a switch hitter, so he'll be left. So that is wild pitch question mark. Oh boy. So we're going to look at the wild pitch. Is it a possible foul ball? No. Wild pitch rating. His wild pitch rating is a 3. And the pass ball rating of Malley is... Pass ball is a 3. So 3-3. Let's see if we can remember that. Let's see. And it's a wild pitch. Runners are going to advance a base on the wild pitch. So Plawecki gets to second. And it's a sloppy game out here in Cleveland today. Sloppy game. So you can see how the weather effects are definitely coming in. Tri-Fan. Burby. Bieber. Like that annoying singer. Oh, Justin Bieber. Oh, okay, Bieber. In fact, his player jersey, weekend jersey, was just Justin. Let's go Maple Leafs, says Dave Gardner. Max Moroff gets another shot at it. Nobody out. Plawecki at second. It is a 6-62. He is going to be a lefty. Oh boy, that's going to be... No, it's not going to be trouble. It's an easy fly ball out to right field. Easy fly to right. And that will be the first out for Eric Steinmetz. Eric Steinmetz and Tri-Fan were playing the game of the day. Toronto and Cleveland, because Toronto is 8-0 to start the season. So we're seeing if Cleveland can knock them out of the undefeated ranks here. So Eric Steinmetz is up. As an 805. Again, a righty. 805. And that is a deep drive. All for Thornton. Eric Steinmetz, oh, he's only got a power of 1, though. Only a power of 1, but let's see. There is no wind. Just keep that in mind. Though it's a deep drive. It's got a power of 1. We are in Cleveland. There is no wind, and he is an RSP. Let's see. Can he do it? No, it's caught by the center fielder. And that will be the second out. So Steinmetz gave it a ride, just not deep enough, and that brings up Leonis Martin. We're in the bottom of the second, 2-1. Toronto, 9-10. Lefty, 9-10, and that is a strikeout. So that'll end the inning by Thornton after he gives up that gopher ball. And it couldn't get out in the cold temperatures. 57 degrees here. Wind 5 miles an hour, so we're calling it no winds. And that brings up Socrates Brito for Toronto. 2 errors by Cleveland in the second inning. A two-base error on Santana at first base. And then a 3-base error on the left fielder, Bowers. And that really spurred Toronto on there. Could be a lot worse than 2-1. So Justin Bieber's up. Shane Bieber. Uh-oh. 0-9-1 against a right-hander is going to be a park effect check. So we're going to the park effect. Park effect check. We're in Cleveland. He is an LSP. And we roll. So first base. It's a single into right, ground ball into center field. So a single by Socrates Brito, and he had 3 hits on the season, so this is one of them. So go Socrates. He's got a steal of 0 and a jump of 1, so he's not going anywhere. Theoscar Hernandez versus Shane Bieber. That is a 2-1-3 righty. 2-1-3. 2-13. There we go. And that is a walk. So our first walk given up by a pitcher. And the 2 men on was nobody out. And here comes the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're up 2-1 here against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Just trying to give Dave Garner something to think about. Billy McKinney's up. Nobody out. Uh-oh. That is 0-0-5, and that is going to be crazy playtime. Oh, boy. Crazy playtime. Roll the dice. 457. If the center fielder has a range of SP or very good, he makes a tremendous diving catch, robbing a batter of an extra base hit. Otherwise, the batter doubles and all runs are going to score. Uh-oh, it's all up to Leonis Martin. Leonis Martin in center field is AV, average. AV. It is not SP or VG. It is AV. So Leonis Martin makes a diving attempt and cannot get it. That is going to be a double. Everyone's going to score for Toronto, and they are getting the craziest results here to get their runs. First, it was a 2-base error and a 3-base error. Now it's a missed crazy play by Leonis Martin in center field, and Toronto continues their undefeated ways up 4-1 here with nobody out in the top of the 3rd inning. Randall Grichuk, 5-11, and oh boy, it just does... It's a wild pitch possibility. Wild pitch. So, wild pitch is 4 for Barber. And the pass ball for Pilecki is... Pilecki, pass ball is a 5. So he's solid there. Let's see what happens. It is blocked. Pitch in the dirt. So Pilecki blocks that one. Fortunate. That brings Randall Grichuk back up to the plate. Uh-oh. 5-1-5. It is still a wild pitch check. Oh my gosh. 500 to 519 on Barber is a wild pitch, and that is a 515. So it's back-to-back wild pitch checks. Oh my gosh, this is just crazy for Cleveland. Where's the wild pitch? There we go. No. He was a 3. Pass ball was a 5. Let's see if it gets by. Oh my gosh, it's a wild pitch. I knew it was going to come. So McKinney takes off for third. And Grichuk is still up at the plate. Oh my gosh, still nobody out. Nobody out. They're going to play. Oh boy, what are they going to do? They're going to play in. They're going to play in. They cannot afford another run to come in. Grichuk. 3-1-7 against the righty. 3-1-7 2-2 pitch. Slider on the outside corner. Steve right 3. So Grichuk swing and a miss, and that brings up Rowdy Tellez. If you didn't join us until after the top of the first inning, Shane Barber, no, Justin Beaver. Shane Beaver struck out the side, and then the second inning, started the second inning off by striking out a guy. And then ever since then, it's been going downhill. Tellez is up. Oh, hit that one foul. That was a foul. 0-20. Let's get a number there. So we're going to call that a 3. 0-23. Doesn't matter if it's 23 or 25 because they're the same result. Error check. Oh, no. I know Tribe Fan is now rolling his eyes. Oh, no. It's going to be a routine grounder right to the pitcher. So that is one of the results you get if you roll a 0, which is what was rolled, a 0. It's a routine grounder to the pitcher, and McKinney will have to stay where he's at. So that is going to be a 1-3 put out. Oh, I got to undo that because that wants to always advance the runners, unfortunately. So it's going to be a ground ball. We'll go pitcher to first, out, and he will hold. Okay. There we go. All right. So now 2 outs, and can Beaver get out of this here? Brandon Drury is up. Oh, 989. That's usually going to be a ground ball. He's a right-hander. Ground ball to short, and we'll just go 6-3 on that, and they're going to get out of the inning after the crazy nonsense that's been going on here. It's 4-1 going to the bottom of the third inning. Tyler Nyquin up against Trent Thornton. Cleveland's played solid baseball offense. They just don't have anything to show for it. 9-12 is not going to be much. Maybe I spoke too quick. He's a lefty. 9-12, and that is in there. Swing and a miss. D-right 3. So Trent Thornton strikes him out. That brings up Jake Bowers with the error in the second inning. A 2-base error by Jake. 3-base error by Jake Bowers. 3-base error. Let's see what he can do this time. 544 lefty. 544 is an infield range check. Infield range check. Grass. We have nobody on, so everybody's playing normal. And he's an LP. And it'll hold a second. That is Urania. And Richard Urania at second base. He has got average, AV, average. So average, and it is, gets past. Hot smash gets past fielder for a single. Diving drop by Urania, but it's going to make it in there. Runners advance 2 bases, but there's no one on. But that is a solid single. And Jake is not a Steeler. He's not going anywhere. 1 on, 1 out. That brings up Carlos Santana for the Indians. 1-1-4 righty. And that's a ground ball into center field. 1-1-4. And since it's an even number, 1-1-4, that is going to be a 2-base advance. I'm just going to make things a little streamlined there on the advanced runners. So 2 men on. That brings up Hanley Ramirez. 250 on the dot. 250. Gets the right-hander, and 250 is going to be a walk for Hanley. So that is going to load the bases up. Oh boy, and here comes Brad Miller. There's 1 out. Toronto's going to play back in normal. They'll give up the run if they can get this double play. Brad Miller. That is a 701 versus a lefty. 701. And that is going to be a soft hit. And Urania, he's going to have to hustle. And the only play is at first on the soft grounder. So it is going to be a 4-3 put out. Everyone's going to advance, and Cleveland gets a run back on the soft grounder. And that brings up Kevin Palicki. The righty-righty matchup. Thornton. Here comes the pitch. It is a 0-1-5 for 15. Another error check time. Error on the pitcher. Uh-oh, Thornton. Where's your error? Error. He's a 13. Pretty solid, but it is cold, remember. And, two-base error. And the runners are going to off to the races, and Cleveland's going to take the lead on the E1 two-base error. Let's see. So we got to go E+ on this. No, it's got to, it should be E+ on the pitcher. And 2 runs are, that's going to tie us up as Thornton throws that over Talise's head. Cold day in Cleveland and crazy stuff are happening, that is for sure. Max Morhoff is up. 763. He is a lefty. 763. And that is going to be a double in the left center field. A double in the gap, and Cleveland is going to take the lead on the double. And just like that, it's 5-4 here in Cleveland. What a onslaught, as neither defense is playing up to performance here. And that brings up Eric Steinmetz. Still 2 outs. Thornton can't believe he was 1 out away from getting out of this mess. And 9-1-4 versus a righty. 9-1-4. And that will be a strikeout to end it. Good golly. Whew. Crazy stuff going on here. We go to the top of the 4th, and Cleveland is taking a 5-4 lead. And Tribe Fan is no longer pissed off at me, so yay for that. Freddie Galvis is up. Let's see what's going on with these pitchers. They're not going to be in this game long. They're giving up way too many hits and runs and all kinds of stuff. 871. He is a switch hitter, so he'll be going from left. 871. And that is in there, called strike 3. Galvis was not happy with that call. He thought it was a ball, but he got rung up by the home plate umpire. And that home plate umpire is going to be, I will tell you, because that's what kind of professional I am. Home plate is Sam Holbrook. Rang him up. There it was. Sam Holbrook rings him up. Now it brings up Richard Urania. 396. Righty, 396, and he's going to strike out. So another good inning for Shane Barber here. Beaver. Luke Malley is back up. And we're in the top of the 4th. 480, and that's a fly ball, and it's going out to Leonis Martin. This time he double hands, makes sure he catches it, and that's going to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th. And Cleveland with the 5-4 lead. Not even halfway home. Leonis Martin yet. Leonis. 131. And that is going to be single into center field. Another leadoff hit. Steal a 0, jump a 2. Again, Cleveland not running. Brings up Tyler Nyquin. 7-10 against the right-hander. 7-10 right-hander. That's going on into left field. Hernandez, haven't called his name yet. He's going to make the catch out there in the left field. He gets it in quickly and holds the runner off. So Jake Bowers. Jake Bowers is up. Left-hander. 365. And strike 3. That one was a fastball right down the middle. He just couldn't pull the trigger. And there's 2 outs now for Santana. 368, and that is also a strikeout. So Thornton on the edge of being pulled here. He comes back with a solid inning after Shane Beaver did as well in the top of the fourth. So normal activity in the fourth. We go on in the fifth, and it's Socrates Burrito. One hit on the game. 50. That's an error. We're going in the error check again. This time it's on Miller. And Miller at second. He's got an error of 1. It doesn't get much worse than that. Oh, Nilly. Yep, that's going to be an error. Error on the second baseman in Cleveland with 3 errors now. And Brito, the card we were waiting on to play this game, because he's in the extra players, because he only had 39 at-bats. He's got a single, and now he's on for the second time on an error. Wow. So he's definitely made a difference in this game. Teoscar Hernandez is now up. What's he done so far? He has strikeout and walked. Let's see what happens here. Teoscar Hernandez, 176. 176 off the righty, and that one is fastball down the middle. Hernandez gets a hold of it. It is going out down the line. If it stays fair, it is gone. It is fair off the foul pole, and that is a 2-run home run. And just like that, Toronto has come back and taken a 6-5 lead here in this crazy game. And Beaver is now considered tired. Oh. They're going to have to bowl him, I think. And they're going to bring in Neil Ramirez. And notice he's got a Toronto card. He gets traded to Toronto later in the season. Right now, he plays for Cleveland, so yes, it's not a mistake on my part. I'm sure somebody's going to say that, but Neil Ramirez, right there he is. He's going to come in and pitch for Cleveland, and hope he screws it up because he's going to get sent to Toronto later on in the season. So Shane Beaver's out after giving up 6 runs, and coming in is Neil Ramirez. He's a right-hander. Billy McKinney, bases clear, nobody out. 7-7-5. He's a lefty. 7-75, and that is a deep drive. Oh, Nilly. Couldn't Toronto go back-to-back? Billy McKinney against right-handers, power of 4. He's got some pop. He is an LSP. And it is hit well, and it is gone! Billy McKinney goes back-to-back with Teoscar Hernandez. And Toronto, just like that, is jumped out to a 7-5 lead and rudely greets Neil Ramirez for Cleveland. And once again, Tribe Fan 879 is not happy with me again. Oh, Nilly. That brings up Randall Grichuk. What have you done so far? Probably nothing. Full out and a strikeout. Yeah, so he's done nothing. That's why the Cardinals got rid of him. He'll hit a couple home runs this season, and that's about all he does. 31 home runs. Yep, batted .232. Kind of what I figured. All right, Randall Grichuk. 138. Can they go back to back to back? 138. It's going to be a ground ball. Stamets at short's going to pick it up. Throw it to Santana. Oh! His foot came off, but Santana puts it back on just in time to get Grichuk. Ooh, close play there at first. That brings up Rowdy Tellez, the lefty, against Ramirez, the righty. 4-7-2, and that's going to be easy fly ball. That one's going out to center field. Leonis Martin's going to wait on it and make the catch. And now there's 2 away for Brandon Drury. Brandon Drury on the day is got on with an E3 and grounded to short. Brandon Drury That is an 88, and that is a righty, 88, and that's going to be a Park Effect. So Park Effect, again, Cleveland. He is an RSP, and it's a single into center field. Base hit for Brandon Drury, 1 on. Freddie Galvis, who gets traded to Cincinnati later, is up. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. As a 940, he's a lefty. 940 against lefties is going to be a walk, though. So 2 men on. And that brings up Richard Herrera. Richard Herrera, he's going to bat from the left side, too, against Ramirez. 304. And that one is strike 3 called on the outside corner, and Cleveland gets out of the inning, but 3 more runs for Toronto. They take the lead back 7-5 here in this seesaw battle in Cleveland. 57 degrees. Only 12,000 fans in the stadium tonight, as it is a 7:10 start. 12,881 here at Progressive Field. Thank you for joining us, and due up is Hanley Ramirez. Thornton is on the cusp of being tired. Another base runner, and he'll probably have to be pulled as well. But Hanley Ramirez, 2-2-3. 223, and he will walk. So Hanley gets a free pass, and that will... You can still pitch him, but they have a tired result on their card. So instead of getting like a strikeout, he will get the tired result. And in the bottom of the 5th, they're going to leave him in there and see if he can get through 5. Actually, what are they going to do? They're going to pitch to Miller. At least pitch to Miller and see what happens. So Ramirez at first. Ramirez, no, he's no threat to steal. Did anybody in Cleveland steal at all? I don't think so. They're all like 0 steal and jump of 1. Well, Brad Miller is actually a steal of 2 and a jump of 1. But I think the steal goes up to like 15 or something. What does the steal go up to? It goes up to 10. But if you're in the 1 to 2 range, you can see you're not very good, right? So, anyways, Brad Miller's up. Trent Thornton, he is tired, so he will not get the easy results if he gets a roll. 3-4-6. Well, he'll get the strikeout on Brad Miller's card. So that is a strikeout. That brings up Kevin Plawke. And Kevin, what have you done for the Indians today? Single and an E1. Error on the pitcher and a single. Plawke, 961. And he is a righty. 961. He's going to walk him. 961 is a walk. And now that'll be it. They're going to take Thornton out. So Trent Thornton will be replaced. Now, interesting. These are the actual lineups with the actual people that played. The next 3 pitchers that Toronto brought in is J.V. Garuda, Daniel Hudson, and Joe Baggini. 2 of them go to Washington and 1 goes to Houston. So all 3 of these, I had to track them down and find their cards. J.V. Garuda goes to Washington. Daniel Hudson goes to Washington. And Joe Baggini goes to Houston. And all 3 of these guys end up playing in the World Series. Is that interesting? I thought you guys might find that interesting. I know Dave Garner finds it interesting. So it's going to be JV's going to come in here. JV, where are you, JV? There he is. And so he's considered tired coming in because he had pitched in the previous game, but we didn't have any control over the previous game. So he's not considered tired yet. All right, Kevin Plawke. No, Kevin's on first. It's going to be Max Morhoff. 1 out. Bottom of 5th. 191, and that's usually a good number, but when you're talking about Morhoff, that is not a good number. He's got a huge strikeout range, 145 to 489. He must have struck out a lot. Max Morhoff strikes out for the second out of the inning. And that brings up Eric Steinmetz. Eric Steinmetz, last hope for Cleveland here in the bottom of the fifth. 3-1-7, and that is also a strikeout. So Gurria comes in and strikes out 2 batters and gets out of the inning for Toronto. They take a 7-5 lead into the 6th inning with a pitcher that will later be on the Toronto team, and that is Neil Ramirez. Luke Malley is up. Come on, Malley. Let's see what you can do here. Toronto 8-0 to start the season, trying to continue. They got the lead here in Cleveland going into 6. 652. He is a righty, 652. And that is going to be a single liner into left field. Bowers can't get to it, and that is a solid single. He's got to steal 1, jump a 1, so he's probably not going to go anywhere. And that brings up Socrates. Oh, Socrates. 154, and he will walk as well. Is that back-to-back walks? I believe that's back-to-back walks. Oh, Ramirez, what are you doing here? You got to get some outs early in the 6th inning, guy. You got to get some outs. I got to leave him in. Well, I don't have to, but so Brito's on. We got a righty, lefty, righty. So 2 of the next 3 are righties. So they're going to keep the right-hander Ramirez in there, hoping that he can do something. Come on, Ramirez. That's going to be problems. 282. No, it's not, as that is a fastball in there. Steam right 3. So Hernandez home run last time, strikeout this time. McKinney with the home run last time. Let's see what he does this time. 255, and he strikes out. So Ramirez remembers they were looking for that fastball and gave him nothing but slow stuff on the outside. So good pitch there by Neil Ramirez. That brings up Grichuk. 2 men on, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. 446, and that will be an easy fly ball to center field, and that will get Ramirez out of the 6th inning. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, and Gurria is still okay. He's only given up 1 hit so far, so Leonis Martin. 37. That is your dreaded error check. Bump, bump, bump. Center fielder is Grichuk. We just had Grichuk up. In center field, he's a 17, but remember, because it's a cold night, they don't get the full rating. And, it's a short fly. Easy catch by Randall Grichuk. So Grichuk gets the play there. Tyler Nyquin is up. And that was a spinny dice. That is, 38. You know what that means. It's another error check, and this time it's to Galvis. Freddie. Oh, Freddie. That's short. You're 19. Another solid. In a normal day, you wouldn't get this many errors, but when it's cold out, I think you lose 40 your rating. Routine grounder plus. So 2 good defensive plays by Toronto. And they're 1 out from getting that through 6 here. Jake Bowers. It's 88, but that is a park effect this time. Park effect. And we're in Cleveland, and he is a LSP. And that is going to be Nilly. It's hit well. Bowers got all that one. Okay, we're going to the deep chart. And he's an LSP versus a right-hander. He's got a power of 3. LSP, no wind. And it is caught by the right fielder. Brito makes the catch. Fly out to deep right, and Cleveland thought maybe it had a chance, but with the cold temperatures out there, just couldn't get it far enough. We go to the top of the 7th. And Ramirez will be done now as he's made his showing, and it's going to be Oliver Perez coming in. The lefty, as we have some lefties coming up. That's Tellez is a lefty. And then there's a couple switch hitters after that. But Rowdy Tellez, what has he done so far, you might be asking yourself? Well, I will tell you. He single, grounded the pitcher, and flew out to center. That's what he's done. Oliver Perez is a lefty, so lefty-lefty matchup. 740. Lefty 740. Oh boy. That is into right field, and that is going to fall in for a single. 740, and that is a single into right. Tellez, steal of 0, jump of 1, so he's not going anywhere. Brandon Drury against Oliver Perez. 684. He is a righty. 6'8". Oh boy, 6'8", and that is going into right field, and that's going to fall in the gap. Martin and Eichling are not going to get to that one, and coming all the way around to score is Tellez. What's his run rating? Tellez. Oh, he's only a speed of 4. He was not going to come all the way around to score. He's actually going to be held up at third on the double. So runners at first and second, nobody out. Cleveland is going to play their infield in for Freddie Galvis. Oh boy, Freddie Galvis. Al, Red Sox fan, is here. Hey Al, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Alrighty, Freddie Galvis. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Toronto trying to improve to 9-0, and this could be the knockout blow if they could do something here in the top of the 7th. Freddie Galvis is going to get a shot at it. 9-2-2. He is a switch hitter, so he'll be from the right side. 9-2-2 is strikeout. That was a perfect pitch by Perez there. That was a slider that just broke right over the plate and away from the hitter. That brings up Richard Urania. Cleveland will play in again. 264, and that is going to be another pitch by Perez in there for the strike. Out. So back-to-back strikeouts by Perez, and now Cleveland. Hometown crowd on their feet. 12,881 here on their feet. Cheering on the Tribe, trying to get them through this 7th. Willing them to a victory. Luke Malley. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That's okay. That's an 80 against the lefty. Is going to be a line out to short. So that is going to do it for the top of the 7th with runners at second and third and nobody out. And somehow they got out of the inning. So Javi's going to be done. Javi's out of there, and it's going to be Daniel Hudson for... Oh. Really? They're going to bring in Joe Baggini then. Looks like Joe Baggini is going to come in. He would go on to play for Houston later in the season. Joe Baggini is going to come in to face off against Carlos Santana. We're stretch time here in Cleveland. 7-5, wacky, wild game. If you're just joining us, it's been a wacky, wild game. We had a 2-base error. We had a 3-base error. We had a clear the bases on a diving attempt that failed. And we had a runner thrown out at the plate. We've had a pitcher that missed a ground ball. It's been 57 degrees at game time. It's cold and nobody wants to play defense out there today. So it's been crazy. Clinton Park, how you doing there? Good to see you, my friend. Clinton Parks. What's up? 5-4-6. Santana's a lefty. 546, and that's going to be infield range play. Infield range. So nobody's on, so it's going to be normal, and he is a left pull hitter. And it's in the hole to first. That's Tellez. Tellez is average. Let's see what happens. Average and diving stop by Talise. Second time today. He's made a diving stop, and that's going to be a 3-1 put out. And Santana can't believe it. I think he was robbed before by Talise. Same exact play. It's like a replay of earlier. Hanley Ramirez. That's an 86, 086, and that is going to be a Park effect. So Cleveland Park comes into play once again. Cleveland. He's an RSP. Hanley Ramirez. Error, question mark. Okay, so we're going the error chart. Error is going to be on Talise. Uh-oh. Back-to-back plays by Talise. Can he make it? He is a 17. He is a 17. Oh, he cannot get it. It's going to be a two-base error as that one goes under his glove as his body is too stiff to reach down and pick it up. That's an E2 on the first baseman. So Talise cannot make the back-to-back plays. That brings up the tying run in the form of Brad Miller, who would go on to play with Philadelphia Phillies. Enjoy game, got a 78 playing. Going to try getting some roster card Excel to work for 1980, says Clinton Parks. Yeah, if you need some roster card Excel work, help. It's not that bad. I did a couple videos on it, so check those out. It's not that bad. Brad Miller, runner at second, one out. 432, and he's already under 432. Is going to be a ground ball to short. Galvis, he thinks about going to second, but then diving back is Ramirez, and he'll go to first then, holding the runner at second, and that brings up Kevin Pilarki. And oops, nope, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to click on this button so we can see what Pilarki's done. Single, he got on with the pitcher error and a walk. As you can see, 3 errors on Cleveland, 2 on Toronto. Not a well defensive game so far, Kevin Pilarki. 878. He's a right-hander. 878, and he will walk. He will walk Pilarki and bring up Max Moroff. Max, 2 outs. Max is not good with the stick, a 125 average. But he gets it off the pitcher card, 701, and that could be trouble. He is a left-hander because he's a switch hitter, and 701 is going to be single into right field. Single in the right, and Ramirez is going to score on the single. Pilarki is going to stop at second. He's a speed of 1. I'm pretty sure he's not going anywhere. So Moroff with an RBI single. And Cleveland now has the tying run in scoring position for Eric Steinmetz. Eric, the man Steinmetz. 965. He's a righty. 965. That's going to be a ground ball to Galvis, who throws it over to Urania for the out. And that will do it for the 7th inning. We go to the 8th. It's a 7-6 ball game. And you've got another great video on. Yes, I do. Thank you. 1-0 Cardinals. Sizemore pulled Hebner off first, trying Tyson to score. Allowing Tyson to score. All right. So we go back to the top of the lineup, and we're in the 8th. It's going to be Perez. Oliver Perez against Socrates Brito for Toronto. 7 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors by Toronto. 6 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors by Cleveland. It's a 603 lefty. 603. Routine grounder to second. That's Miller to Santana. 1 away. Hernandez. Theoscar. Is that how you say his first name? Theoscar? Teoscar. Thoscar? Something Scar. Anyways, Mr. Hernandez, known better. Let's see what he can do. 950. And he is a righty. 950 will be a strikeout. So 2 away. And that brings up Billy McKinney. And Perez trying to go through 2 scoreless here for Cleveland. 459, and he's done it. That's an easy fly ball to center field. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And Joe Baggini trying to do the same for Toronto. He'll be up against Leonis Martin, the leadoff man. 403, and he is a right-hander. 403 is a strike 3 called on the outside corner. Tyler Naquin. What's Naquin done? He is grounded to first, struck out, flew out to left field, and grounded to short. He's had an 0 for 4 kind of day. Tyler Naquin, very quiet so far. 532 lefty, and that is going to be an infield range check. Infield range. Nobody's on, so we can ignore that. He's an LP, and we're on grass, and that's up the middle to short. That's Freddie Galvis. Freddie at short is fair, actually, FR. And kept in the infield. Ball goes off the glove, and it's an infield single. And Naquin makes it to first for his first hit of the ball game. That brings up Jake Bauers. 1-on-1 out. Jake Bauers, the lefty. 8-10. Lefty, and that's a deep fly. Jake Bauers got a hold of it. Unfortunately, he's only got a power of 3, though. It's a deep drive. Power of 3. Cleveland. He's an LSP. It is caught in center field by Randall Grichuk. The crowd gets up off their chairs, and it's caught by Grichuk at the warning track. Jake Bauers, again, I think he was earlier, had a deep drive and could not get it out. So 2 outs now for Carlos Santana, who represents the go-ahead run if he could do something. He's got 5 power, and that is his 630 lefty, 630, and that's going to be a single into center field. Naquin, what's your Naquin speed of 3? He's going to stop at second on the single. That brings up Hanley Ramirez. 2 men on for Hanley. What's Hanley done so far? He is singled, walked, and an E3. He's been on 4 times, Hanley Ramirez has. 766 righty, 766. And that one is swing and a miss. Big pitch by Baggini. And that's going to go to the 9th with a 1-run score here. 1-run game. And Perez will be out for Cleveland. And in comes Adam Clamber. Eric Clamber. Eric Clamber's coming in. We're in the top of the 9th in Toronto, trying to hold on desperately here against the Tribe. Trying to keep their perfect season going here and improve to 9-0. Randall Grichuk, they need a couple insurance runs here. 172, and wait a minute, he's a right-hander. 172, that is going to be single into right field. I'm sorry. Yes. RCF, so it's going to go to center field. Yeah, so it's still a single. Grichuk, he's steal 1, jump 1. And Climber has actually got a hold of 5. So you're going to have to be pretty darn good to get a jump on Climber. And you're also a -1 to your steal attempt. So Climber's going to keep you on board. That's going to bring up Rowdy Tellez. Can Rowdy do it? Single, grounder to pitcher. Flew out to center and single. So 2 singles for Rowdy. Rowdy Tellez. 238. And that is going to be a walk as he takes ball 4. Ball 4, 238. Yes, that is a walk. I just wanted to make sure. So 2 on now for nobody out. And Drury is up. He's a bunt of 1. Cleveland's thinking about playing at the edge of the grass, but Drury not very good with the bunt stick. Nobody out. Toronto trying to get that insurance run here in the top of the 9th. Clymer trying to buckle it down. Here comes the pitch. 7-6-1 righty. 7-6-1. And that's a liner. It's going to left field and Bowers dive. No! Cannot get it. It's going to be a single. And that is going to be a 2-base advance for everyone on this single. And a run comes in, and there's still nobody out. Oh, Nilly. And it looks like Cleveland is going to go deeper into their bullpen here. So deep that I don't even have their card ready. And that is going to be Carrasco. It's going to be Carrasco. It's got to be Carrasco. They have no one else left, really. As you can see there, Carlos Carrasco is going to have to come in. Carlos Carrasco for Cleveland, and Cleveland will have to play. They're going to play in. They're going to no. They're going to. Will they give up the double play for a run? They're going to play, yeah, they're going to play halfway. They'll go for the double play. Halfway. Galvis is up. Still nobody out. 370, and they're swing and a miss. Carlos Carrasco gets Galvis on a nasty slider. That brings up Richard Urania. Now, Richard, if you're wondering, he struck out 4 times. K. So he's got the quadfecta going. Richard Urania trying to get some actual wood on ball here. Cleveland playing in again. 408. He's got wood on ball. No, he does not. He strikes out again. Richard Urania strikes out again. Wow. 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts. Should have probably pulled him. Probably should have pulled him. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Luke Malley's up. 537, and he's a righty, so that is going to be an infield range check. Infield range. Grass. We have runners at first and third. And nobody was playing in. And we'll go, let's see. They were not holding the runner first. Maui, right-handed, RSP, Grass. Let's see what happens. I must select a defense. I think they would probably at this point just be playing normal. They weren't playing in, so let's see what happens. Ripped to short. Oh boy. That's Stamets. Eric at short is average. Just your average, old, average kind of guy. And snagged! Steinmetz saved it for Cleveland. Hot liner caught. And the closest runner would be doubled off, but that's it. It's just a line out to short. Steinmetz makes the play of the year for Cleveland so far. And now they just need 2 runs, and they got to get them against Daniel Hudson. They got to get 2 runs against Daniel Hudson. 3 to win this bitch. And it's going to be Miller, Pilecki, Morhoff, and Steinmetz, but some of those might be pinch hit for. We'll see. In the actual game, I think they pinch hit for Steinmetz. So when it gets to Steinmetz, it looks like Ramirez is going to come in if it gets that far. Brad Miller's up first. They got to get some runners on. Let's see. Daniel Hudson, who will later go on and win a World Series championship with the Washington Nationals. Him and his good friend Javi Guerrera both get traded from Toronto to Washington later in the season. They go on to play in the World Series, as well as actually their other pitcher today, Joe Beggini, who goes to Houston and also pitches in the World Series. But he ends up on the losing side that someone predicted many months before it actually happened. All right, Daniel Hudson, Brad Miller, lefty-righty, 1-1-6. He's a right-hander, 1-1-6, and that is going to be ripped in the gap. That one is going to be over the head of Grichuk. He was playing too shallow for that one, and Brad Miller is going to be in with a stand-up double. And the Cleveland Indians are not dead yet as Pilarki brings up the tying run for the Indians. Nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth. 8-6 is your score. Toronto trying to keep their perfect season alive. Daniel Hudson gets the signs from Maui. Here comes the pitch. 42. Oh no, we got an error check, and they have been not good today. Oh, and it's on Talese. Poor Talese has been picked on. You guys are picking on Talese. He's a 17. He's a 17 at first. Can he get it? Can he? No! Oh my gosh, he dropped the line drive. And everyone's going to advance on the single. And oh my gosh, Talese Talese cannot believe he just dropped that. And now the runners and that brings up Morhoff. Morhoff's got to do it himself. Miller's on third. His run really doesn't matter. It's Pilecki, whatever his name is. And he has a speed of 1. You better hit it a long way, and you better get a little cart and wheel his ass out there because he's not going to be able to do it himself. Brad Miller at third. Again, his run doesn't really matter. Morhoff against Hudson. We're in the bottom of the ninth. Nobody out now. Morhoff is a good bunter. He's going to bunt. He's going to try and get that bunt over. They're going to fake it Miller home and try and get Pilarki to second. But Toronto's not going to have any of it. And we got us a bunt. He's a 5. We're on grass. And would they be holding Pilarki on? They would not be holding Pilarki on. Normal defense. And here we go. Uh-oh. Tough play. Tough play on who? Pitcher? Must be the pitcher. Okay. So that's Hudson. He is average. Uh-oh. This could be trouble. This could be trouble. He is average. Oh, no! They got the lead runner thrown out. Other runners advance a base. So Hudson, wow. So we're going to have to detail this one. So it's a ground out to the pitcher who goes to second to get the runner out at second. Batter will be safe and the run will come home. So it is a 6-7 ball game, but they get that lead runner out. That brings up Steinmetz, but again, Steinmetz is going to be pinch hit for, and coming off the bench, Jose Ramirez. Where is Ramirez? Jose, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly hailed? Jose Ramirez, pinch hitting. He represents the winning run. He batted .255, 23 home runs, 83 RBIs, 52 walks, 74 strikeouts, 24 stolen bases. He caught 4 times. He actually could steal. He's got a 9 steal and a 3 jump, so if Morhoff gets out of his way, Ramirez could try to get in scoring position. There's 1 out. We are almost tied. 1 run up by Toronto, who's hanging on by the thread of their skinny chin. A double play, and this game is over. Ramirez, here comes the pitch. Who predicted that, IDJ? I don't recall, Al. Who was it? Here we go. Ramirez. Oh, 865. He's going to be a lefty. 865. That one's going out to center field. Grichuk on the run and makes the catch. Fly out to center field. And just like that, the Cleveland Indians are down to their last out. And that is going to be the leadoff batter, Leonys Martin. Now, do they have anyone that, like, is fast they could try to steal? Let's see. We have Allen. Let's look and see, because it looks like they're going to have to steal and try and get someone in scoring position here, or they got no shot at this. All right, so we have Allen. If he's on the team, do you have an Allen? Greg Allen. He's got a speed of 7. So Greg Allen is going to come in and run. Greg Allen is going to come in and run for Morhoff. Greg Allen, pinch runner. Now, can he get the jump? Does he want to get the jump? He might. He's a steal of 6, a jump of 2. Hudson is a 3. And you know what? Ugh. Do you risk getting the runner thrown out, or do you put it into Leonys Martin, who has only batted 199 and only had 9 home runs in the regular season? He could hit a home run and he could walk it off, or he can hit a ground ball and it would be over. Or you can get your runner thrown out trying to steal second too. So, I'm going to leave Greg Allen where he is because I hate to get him thrown out for the last out of the game. It's all up to Leonys Martin. But we do have Greg Allen there who can hustle. Greg Allen can hustle. Leonys Martin, the lefty, against the right-hander, so that's a bonus too. He's against the right-hander, Daniel Hudson. Toronto trying to stay unbeaten and go to 9-0 on the season. 1 out away. 7-1. 5 left-hander, 7-1 fly, and that one is going out to right field. Brito, Socrates, back in the corner, up against the wall, reaches up and grabs it. Oh, Cleveland just inches away. That is a fly ball to right field, and this one goes in the books. And Toronto stays undefeated on the regular season, 9-0. Cleveland drops 2, 3, and 4. The win goes to Joe Baggini. The loss to Shane Bieber. The save, Daniel Hudson, his first save of the season. And the MVP, Billy McKinney for Toronto. It's what a game it ended up being. Let's check out the rest of the scores from today's action. Arizona takes care of Boston 6-1. Miami loses in Atlanta 10-3. Colorado outlasts the Dodgers 6-5. Milwaukee 3-1 over Chicago. 3-2 Minnesota over Philadelphia. Cincinnati shuts out Pittsburgh 5-0. Tampa Bay 7, San Francisco 2. St. Louis doubles up San Diego 6-3. In 13 innings, the Texas Rangers win in Los Angeles 9-5. Looks like a grand slam maybe. In this game, we're going to have to check out this box score. Seattle 9-5 over Chicago. And as you saw, Toronto improves to 9-0 in the season. Takes care of Cleveland 8-7. And Oakland 5-1 over Houston. Let's see what the game of the day was. Game of the day, there it is. The vote of the day was by the fans. National League West game. Texas outlasts Los Angeles 9-5 in 13 innings. Play of the day took place in Colorado, though. Bottom of the ninth, Colorado batting man on first, 2 outs, trailing 5-4. Ryan McMahon hits a game-winning 2-run home run. That's what Cleveland was trying to do, and they could have their name right there. But no, Leonys Martin was out. instead. Great call. Thanks, Al. I appreciate it, buddy. Well, that's it for Game of the Day for Friday, April 5th from 2019. I wanted to see if Toronto can keep it rolling, and they do in Cleveland, and they're 9-0 to start the season. So thanks, everyone, for coming out. Clinton Parks, and, of course, our good friend Al, Red Sox fan, and, of course, Dave Gardner and Tribe Fan 879, who's probably not happy with me still because Cleveland lost again. Every time I play, seems like Cleveland loses. I apologize. He doesn't accept my apology. Anyways, good game, good finish. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, be sure to leave them below. Otherwise, go check out all of our Friend of the Community channels and hopefully find some great stuff to watch. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, guys.